Hi there, folks. This is Angela at Angela's Crystal Corner coming to you live for Edgar Cayce's Association of Research and Enlightenment. Sorry I had a glitch with the system for a minute there, but hopefully everyone can join me now. I am very appreciative to be here for Edgar Cayce and just wanted to let you know kind of how we do things with the Crystal Talks, which I enjoy very much. I like for it to be an open forum. You know, everyone is welcome. Religion doesn't matter. What you believe about crystals doesn't matter. Of course, you have to understand that it is an Edgar Cayce program. And I do kind of agree with his readings and what he felt about vibrational energy in general. There's lots of vibrational medicine out there. You can look up vibrational medicine to get more information for that kind of thing. If you need to write me or have any interest in any of my crystals to discuss or meet or purchase, I am in Tidewater. You can reach me at angscrystalcorner@gmail.com, and that's ANGSCRYSTAL corner@gmail.com. And again, I'm appreciative to be here. And each time we kind of try to do a little bit of the same things. I do an Edgar Cayce reading on crystals, and we show some crystals so you can get excited about them like I am. Again, there's no prerequisite here, and there's so much differing information out there on crystals and crystal energy that I like for people to be open and not worry about it too much and take what you like and leave the rest. It's one of my favorite things to say. I've seen a few negative things lately about crystals and how it's crazy, and just don't worry about that. Just take what you like, including what I say, and leave the rest. Because believe me, I find so much differing information myself. I have to trust my gut instinct. And I developed a love of crystals, and I'll tell you, I grew up in Southwest Virginia, Martinsville area of Virginia, very Southern Baptist. And to be honest, when I was younger, I heard about crystal energy, and I thought that's just a rock, and I totally dismissed it. But I always had an empathic ability, especially with animals and people. I always knew what I wish I didn't know. As I've gotten older, I take that gift a lot more. But my gut has never led me astray about the energies I'm feeling and what's going on vibrationally. So it didn't take long for me to make the jump for other vibrational energies. And, there's vibrational healing in sound and chanting and music. We all know how we can be healed or even upset by music. It's not that far to me to jump to vibrations in a crystal energy, which is a stone that grows in the ground. And, I'm going back to the basics a little bit here because I want everyone to understand and feel included. And you can Google or look up amethyst mines in the United States, or fluorite mines in the United States, or crystal mines. You can then see exactly how they're grown in the ground and they're pulled out of the ground and they're mined and they come out that way. So they're not just some crazy item that people developed and decided to like. I find that they're very, very gentle, subtle, natural type of healing, but the vibration is definitely there for me. I see differences in certain stones, and I can tell that people have different reactions to certain stones, and I certainly love them myself, whether it's just to look at them. Many different uses for crystals. I try to stick with the basics for now. We have plenty of meetings to come. I do this once a month and I love it. Don't plan to stop anytime soon. But I do want to include people that don't understand the basics of them so that you can kind of see where we're going and maybe have some open-mindedness about it. And I've quoted Nikola Tesla before, but he felt like crystals have a life, he said we don't understand the nature of that life, but nevertheless they have a life. That's kind of an ascription I kind of buy because they grow. They are atoms upon atoms that grow on each other under pressure and form these beautifully, perfectly, measured pieces of beautiful objects. Now, people do alter them. They polish them, they cut them and shape them. Sometimes they alter them with chemicals and heat, things that I don't particularly care for because I want the natural medicine, such as herbs or oils or anything that's natural to me I like. I'm okay with polishing and cutting. I'm not okay with altering by chemical or heat to get a different color or different look, because that to me isn't natural and it's not nice to the little crystal either. But that being said, I wanted to read to you one of Edgar Cayce's readings, and I'll show this book a lot. It's an older book. of the compilations of his readings on gemstones. He was a farmer, a very humble, prolific psychic who did his readings under a trance-like state. He didn't know what he was saying. He had a lady writing down everything he said, so it's on the record at the Edgar Cayce Center in Virginia Beach. You can look up his readings by subject matter and title and find all kinds of interesting things that he said when he was speaking to the other world, if you want to call it. It's another vibrational level. He was a Christian. He did speak of Christ in his readings. This is an environment we don't have any restrictions on who you are or why you like crystals. Just hopefully that you share our love of them and you understand where we're coming from with it. This is a reading in relation to crystal or clear crystal, I believe. He did limited specific crystals. So I take what he says and kind of apply it in a worldwide kind of manner. And by the way, if you ask questions in the comment area and you talk in the comment area, I can tell you we're here. I will respond to you over the next few days if I don't now, because we're only 30 minutes. And I do look every once in a while, but I don't spend a lot of time over there in the question area until later. And I'm happy for you to reach out to me by email as well. But this reading excerpt is for the clear crystal, I believe. And he says, as to the elemental influences having to do with the entity's experience, and he calls the person the entity that he's talking to, we find that the crystal as a stone or any white stone has a helpful influence if carried about the body, not as an omen, not merely as a good luck piece or a good luck charm, but these vibrations that are needed as helpful influence for the entity are well to be kept close about the body. And that's just a basic, we've talked about, we use them in jewelry, we use them to meditate with. For me, I have them sitting around all over, as you can see behind me, and I love them and kind of trust them to do what they need to do for me. Of course, I do like to use them in meditation, and I pick them up for different needs. But it's pretty simple for me. I don't get too complicated with it. And I wanted to read a little bit about the scientific study of crystals, because I want to get back to the fact that they are a real mineral item that grows in the ground. They're not made up. And it says, the scientific study of crystals and crystal formation is known as crystallography. The process of crystal formation via mechanisms of crystal growth is called crystallization or solidification. The word crystal is derived from the ancient Greek word krystallos, meaning both ice and rock crystal, from kupak, or kulos, icy, cold, or frost. Most minerals occur naturally as crystals. Every crystal has an orderly internal pattern of atoms, with a distinctive way of locking new atoms into that pattern to repeat it again and again, the shape resulting in a crystal such as a cube or another form that has even measured sides. And I just wanted to bring that up because I always get questions about how are they formed, and different things affect them, such as heat and different pressures, and different minerals attach, and they're often found attached to minerals that aren't the original mineral. But I wanted to do tonight Ocean Jasper, which is one of my favorite stones. And when I first started with crystals, of course, I was attached to the glittery things that look like glass. And in my home area of Southwest Virginia, I found a lot of quartz crystal in the dirt. We have red dirt there, and lots of pieces of what look like nice, shiny crystal, clear quartz. We call it clear quartz. It's very often not clear. Okay, clear quartz has usually got a lot of inclusions or clouds. It looks pretty cloudy most of the time. This is a piece that I've shown you before, one of my little pagodas. That's clear quartz, and that's a fairly clear one, but you can see some inclusions in there, some, clouds and rainbows, if you will. For the most part, crystal, clear quartz is not that clear. But Virginia has several mines of different kinds of crystals, but Ocean Jasper is found in Madagascar only. And there's also orbicular Ocean Jasper, which is traditional Ocean Jasper, which has these they have round pieces in them. These are pretty big round pieces, by the way. A lot of it has small round pieces. Orbicular Ocean Jasper is found in the water, and it's only mined when the tide is low, because that's where it's formed, and it's formed by pressure underwater with other minerals. It's a type of chaldonnay that has other crystals included. And one of the things I love about Ocean Jasper, and as you start, messing with stones, you start becoming attached to the vibration as opposed to the way they look. Which for me, I always thought it was going to look, like the clearer stones that are more shimmery. But the Ocean Jasper is one of my favorites because it's a duality stone. It's got a lot of love and gentleness in it, but it's also got a lot of strength from the way it's formed. But you will find little crystalline inclusions in it. I don't know if you can see the quartz in here. I'm trying to make it so you can see the shimmery part in there. But what they're called is vugs. When you see a piece that shows little sparkly crystals in it, it's called a vug, especially if you can feel it, like you can feel the opening right there. It's called a VUG vug. And I was explaining that Ocean Jasper is only found in Madagascar. It's fairly rare and it's fairly expensive, but I've accumulated quite a bit of it over time because I love it so much. This is a little heart that also has a beautiful little sparkly vug in there. And this looks like very traditional, old school. They call it old school Ocean Jasper because of the orbicular structure and because it's got this green color. And of course, in recent years, they have found it in a closer area of Madagascar that's not right in the water. And it's also called Ocean Jasper or water jasper. I don't think people differentiate it much, but they're all thought to be stones of Atlantis and stones of loving, healing, circular nature of the ocean and the waves, if you will, to help heal you and make you feel calm. And I have a lot of calm stones. For me, I usually am protection stones or calming stones, kind of, but one or the other. But I put a few of my favorite pieces of Ocean Jasper. Now, this has got pink in it, and you will find pink in it sometimes. And you're going to see that little crystal vug at the top. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to get better with that. But it's got also the original, green structure, but it's also got lots of other colors. And then it's got that beautiful crystal vug at the top, which I love. I love stones that say hello to me. And this one, like last time we looked at labradorite, when you walk by labradorite, it says hello. So kind of the same thing. Here's another one that's got some beautiful coloring and a few little vugs in it too. Sometimes it doesn't have a vug in it. I mean, that's just kind of, you don't always find that in Ocean Jasper, but what you do find is a lot of color and a lot of nice, sweet energy that feels good. This one has got a beautiful golden vug in the middle of it, and I love this one. It's pretty large. Again, it's not so easy to find anymore, and it's gotten a lot more expensive than it used to be. I've been known to be talked out of my pieces, so if you're interested, just email me at angel'scrystalcorner@gmail.com. Here's another piece of Ocean Jasper. That's got black quartz in it, which I love. I hardly ever see black quartz anywhere, and there's a little black quartz vug in there. But there's also magnificent color to this all the way around. And let's see, here's another one that kind of reminds me of cats. I love cats. I have cats, so there's more crystal vug in there. But you can still see the orbicular nature of it, which is the round formations that is, common for traditional orbicular Ocean Jasper. One of my favorite piece has got a purple line in it, which I hardly ever see purple in Ocean Jasper, but it's got that. Plus, it's got a big old fat vug at the top. Let's see. There you go. You can see that vug at the top of crystalline structure. It's also got some on the sides there, which are really pretty to look at. Very nice to look at. So, as you can see, it comes in many colors. And, of course, these are mostly shapes that are polished after the fact. This is like a polished piece the face is polished and the back is not. I wanted to show you that so you can see what the back kind of looks like. You can still see the same structure, but as we've said with polished stones, so you can see the orbiculars, the little round things. We want polished versus not because it's so much prettier to look at and easier to actually see the formations. And then, as to my favorites, I don't usually like sculptures that much, but I got a dragon Ocean Jasper. This is a dragon's head. And I just love him because I love Ocean Jasper. So then I got another one, and I think she's the female, even though she's bigger and she's green. This is a married couple. I think the female is the green one, though. I don't know why I think that. I just do. But they sit around as a couple. I think they're pretty happy, actually. So, that being said, I did want to go over the more the science to the vibration which we did already. I wanted to kind of go there again because like I said, I had seen a couple of comments that were like, come on, this is all hooey. Well, anything metaphysical could be categorized as hooey, but as time goes on, things come up and we find proof of such, right? We find proof of the crystalline energy that runs electronics and your recording devices and your clocks and watches because of their exact measurement that they make themselves with their atoms placement. They are like a facilitator for movement. So to me, it's not far of a stretch for it to go further than that. But again, you don't have to believe it or like it. It's okay with me. I wanted to read one more thing about it. This is from the Crystal Muse. And there's, again, I don't promote any particular book because I always find things I don't like, and then I find things I do like in there. So, but I did read this, and it kind of reminded me of what we look at when we look at crystals. And it says, crystals are neutral. They have no judgment or opinions. They may contain ancient knowledge, but they're 100% in the now. They don't interpret a situation as good or bad. That's what we as humans do. A crystal doesn't care what religion you believe in. It doesn't care about your sexual preference or political viewpoints either. It doesn't care how much money you make, how spiritually evolved you are, or what your IQ is, or about your ethnicity. Imagine how amazing it would be if we could adopt this same ability to withhold judgment. Crystals don't ask to be worshipped or prayed to, but they do have information waiting to be assessed. And we talked about that last time about them being ancient and them absorbing the energies of the earth and the wherever they've been placed or before now. And we talked about cleansing them, and we talked about programming them. And when you program a crystal, you just kind of give it an intention. It's kind of simple. There's no rights or wrongs here, folks. This is easy. This is about love and non-judgment. And if you want your crystal to help you feel better today, then that's what it's going to do. My suggestion is, generally when I have people in the house that I don't know or I feel funny when they leave, I smudge the house. I use white sage and go around and smudge the house and around the crystals and try to cleanse them, so to speak. And that cleanses the intention as well. If you want to reprogram them to do something else, you can do that. To me, on one hand, they are magical. On the other hand, they're not that magical. They're just sitting there. When you come here, you may not feel a thing in my house. If I take you around and show you some crystals and you touch a few, you probably will feel a raise in your vibration. I see that over and over again. But it's not, instant, and it's not in your face. It's more subtle than that. But to me, it's magical, and I enjoy it. And I'm so glad to be able to be here and share this with you on behalf of the A.R.E. and Edgar Cayce Center. And the other thing we like to do is pull a card every evening. I have crystal cards, and I find that just pulling them, we usually find one that kind of resonates with what we're thinking or what's going on today. Today's card is Shungite. Shungite is a master healer, especially around electronics. It helps avoid negative EMTs, etc. I have it all around my electronics. Let me read you what the book says about Shungite, and we'll see how much it's hitting on today's vibration, I guess you should say. Shungite, detox for your life. Your mind, body, and spirit need a system reboot. Without necessarily realizing it, we are affected by our environment and all the things in it, from the technology constantly at our fingertips to the air we breathe, the foods we eat, and the healthy and beauty products we use. Take a closer look at what you choose to surround yourself with and what you put in and on your body. There may be certain areas of your life that need simplifying. Take what you need from it and release what you don't. A virtual cleanse will help clear out the energetic sludge and get you back to feeling your best. I think that's pretty much says it. And I'm going to go look at some comments, even though I lost you for a minute. I hope that you found me again. I'm really sorry about that. Raleigh. Hi, Patricia from Raleigh. Alex. Everything has a vibration. Do tracks. It's true. I don't have many comments. I'm so sorry. I think I lost a lot of people when I lost the video, and I don't know why. At any rate, I thank you so much for being here, and hopefully you will join us next time. I have a hard time keeping up with the time because I lost this video for a while. At any rate, It's the fourth Tuesday of every month, and we try to talk about crystal healing, some Edgar Cayce readings, and highlight particular crystals. And you can reach out to me at Angela's Crystal Corner anytime. Thank you so much.